in the YouTube world and beyond. Y'all already know who it is, and you already know what it is. It's your boy B, and I'm right back up at you cats with another video. How y'all doing today, man? How are you doing today? I'm straight. I'm straight. Feeling good. Again, got me actually a great night of sleep, y'all. A very good night of sleep. Oh my God. I think I went to bed last night like around 6:30, 7 o'clock. Went to sleep. Then I woke up again like maybe 10 o'clock. Got me a little snack. Went back to sleep. Woke back up around 2:30, about 2:30, 2:45. Made me a small little cup of coffee. It got me up. Feeling good, man. Feeling real good, y'all. Feeling real good. Today, I'm going to work a little bit later, my people. A little bit later. But since I am up, I felt I'd take this walk, which I go keep my same schedule up. Walk to 7-Eleven, go make me a little bit of tea, come back home, get prepared for what I have to do. So, in all honesty, I only came up here today to do this walk for the chat and for you guys, you know? I ain't want to miss a couple of days. Tomorrow is, Friday? And if I missed today, it'd have been a very disjointed week. And I can't go that long without talking to my people who walk with me, my outliers. I love y'all, you know? We can't operate like that. Cannot operate like that. So this is a special little walk I'm doing for y'all today. So what's good? How did you cats sleep last night, man? I hope everything went good with you guys and you got up today looking forward to the happenings of the day. I'm going in late because I got to handle some business with my license. I am getting an enhanced license so that I could do a little bit more traveling. I'm going away in a few weeks, and you need a passport to go where I'm going. But I'm going to get the enhanced ID so that I can actually travel, and that entails a bunch of footwork. So I had to get my birth certificate, which my mama actually got for me. Shout out to my mother for doing that. She looked out for me yesterday. She went up to Manhasset. I was born in Mineola. My people, born in Mineola on May 19th, 1980. I actually saw it 11:59 a.m. 11:59 a.m. on May 19th in 1980 over here at Winthrop Hospital in Mineola. For some reason, they keep the records in Manhasset now, so my mother had to go up to Manhasset to go pick up my birth certificate. She got it. Shout out to my mama. I got my Social Security card. I already had that, so I didn't really have to do anything extra for that. I had to print out 2 pay stubs, man. It's so hard to get these IDs now. Damn, son. We got people on the check-in. My boy Daniel Gaiman said, happy Thursday. What's up, my boy? Daniel, how you feeling? We got somebody else on the check-in, said Mind Blown Facts Official. Said, hey, what's up? What up, Mind Blown Facts? How you feeling, man? What kind of mind-blowing facts you got? My boy Byron came on, said, please, pop. What up, Byron? What's going on, man? How you feeling? Yeah. So it was a good day, man. You know, I'm feeling good. Came on, holla at you cats, even though I ain't have to today. Again, we headed over to the DMV, made an appointment. It's completely different stuff now, man. Everything online. But I am getting that enhanced ID. So, you know, we take trips to different places different parts of the country. So it should be fun, man. It should be fun. We got somebody else on the check-in. Jordan Star said, "What up?" I like that name, Jordan Star. That's a play on words. What's going on? How you feeling? How you doing? Hope you feeling great. You know. But if you guys was on the show yesterday and you followed me, y'all know that it was a beautiful day yesterday. I was doing interviews for, helping another department. And during that, we had a couple of incidents that happened, a couple of realizations that I had that I want to speak to you guys about. I do want to speak about that kid, man. I don't know too much about this case. I'm looking for facts, man. I'm looking for facts instead of the spin and the twist that YouTubers tend to put on things, And I forgot the little boy name, but I'm sure y'all saw with the kid who went on for the 4th of July. He went to go on an island on a boat with a few of his friends. And now I forget the kid's name, but rest in peace to the young man. He didn't come back with the friends. And there's a whole bunch of narratives now coming out, right? And I want to speak about that just for a second. We got John Star said, no pause, this area looks nice. Yo, what's up? John Star, thank you. This is a cool area right here. This is Freeport, New York. Freeport, New York. It is a suburb of New York City. This is Nassau County right here. My people, Nassau County. It's Freeport. It's cool. Definitely cool. We're about, 25 minutes to a half an hour away from Queens. And then about 45 minutes to an hour away from Manhattan, my people. John Star came off and said, you heard about the girl that got S on the 4th of July? Nah, I ain't hear about that. She got accepted to Streamer University by Kai. Streamer University, nah, I ain't see what happened. But I have been following that Streamer University stuff. And it's interesting, man. It's definitely interesting. Interesting. Streamers. Yeah, I go about to talk about streamer, and I'm over here streaming. But I think my angle is completely different from a lot of these guys' angles, you know what I mean? Not to try to separate myself like that, but I think it is. A lot of these streamers, they come on and they really, really, really be doing too much, man, And me as a 46-year-old man, that really isn't my style. I don't carry myself rowdy. Maybe in my 20s I did. Maybe in my 30s I did a little bit. But now as I got older, man, you learn to respect your own peace, my people. As you get older, you want peace in your life. Things that seemed whack and boring, as you get older, man, they seem, it insulates you as you get older. So predictability, having every single morning and every single day the same thing where you know what to expect. When you get older, man, those things are invaluable. You know where your paycheck is coming from. It's consistent. You have a set time to go to sleep. It's consistent. You know the people in your life. You know what to expect from the people in your life. It just gives you a formula. And it's like a template that you have for your life. And these are things that, as you lived, you realize that your body works more efficiently and you get more work done. So you develop habits. And these habits are like your peace. They really like your peace. You have a morning routine. You have an evening routine. You have a night routine. And you want it to be the same, son. You want it to be the same because that's your peace. But when you're younger, you don't feel like that, man. You want randomness. You want fun. You want things to be different all the time. And, I see that's how a lot of these streamers are, so I can't judge them being a 46-year-old man as opposed to them, a lot of these guys in their 20s. But that Streamer University stuff, man, it ain't for me, man. It ain't for me. Mongo Funday said he put up something. I can't even see that. But what up, my boy? How you feeling today? Mr. Funday. We got John Star said, I'm in the Bronx. All right, what part of the Bronx you in, John Star? What part of the Bronx you in? Yes, sir. I used to hang out over there in the Bronx. I used to know a few people over there. on the Grand Concourse, close to Tremont over there. I got myself in trouble one day over there, man. I was messing with, you know, a little girl over there, messing with a female over there. Went to a crib, you understand? Went to the crib, we chilling, we talking. I spent the night at this girl's house, man. And guess what happened? I woke up and some dude is inside of the house. He must have had a key. I don't know how the hell he get in. But he was on some nonsense like, yo, I can't believe you doing this to me. Like screaming. And realistically, I got up out of that situation. I ain't say a word. That was on them. I bounced, you understand what I'm saying? I put on my joints and I bounced and I was up out of there. But let me tell you something, man. Something could have seriously happened to me. I'm from Long Island. I ain't from the BX. I don't be chilling with too many people in the BX. This is his hood. You know, he know people over there. And he truly had the drop on me, son. I was asleep and woke up to yelling and screaming, you know? So what I learned from that? I learned ain't to be going to these chicks' houses, man. You know what I mean? I learned not to be going to people's cribs. Because, you know, especially in the neighborhood that you ain't from. You understand? Because you could get caught and set up. You know what I mean? But, you know, that was again in my 20s when things like that used to happen to me. And I'm up out of here, man. I don't do that type of stuff no more. And that Streamer University stuff, man, you know, it just represent a energy that I ain't on, you know? And then I think I was speaking about this the other day, talking about life imitating art and art imitating life. And it's a little bit of both. But with these streamers go out there and do, they blurt the lines. They blurt the lines of reality. And now you're in the real world, dealing with real people. And now they're becoming the content. And it's like, you know, it's coming to a point where you can't tell the difference between real life and content. And just looking at that and playing it out to its furthest extent. This is when you get those situations like Chud the Building, people like that trying to make content but wound up getting hurt in real life. Rated Azza says, Chud, brother, hey, from New Zealand. What up? Straight from New Zealand. Wow. What up? How is it out there in New Zealand, man? How is it out there in New Zealand? I don't know too much about New Zealand. You hear, you hear some things out there about it. And it's definitely a place that I would travel to. See the customs, visit the people out there, and just chill, you know? But yeah, that Streamer University stuff is crazy, man. I watched that stuff. Shout out to Kai. I watched that stuff, and I'm just like, damn, yo, what won't you do for content, you know? We started out, you know, with people like Hits from the Streets, Andy Milonakis. We used to have that dude. He's a funny dude. I think he's homosexual, but he's funny. He used to walk with Tina Fey. He walks around with different celebrities. Funny dude, man. I forgot his name, but he used to go around in New York City fooling around with people. You know, we had Andy Milonakis, who started with a lot of this content. You also had, what's my man name, who married that girl that was in, or the woman, I should say, Drew Barrymore. What's his name? Tom Green. Shout out to Tom Green. He was another one that was doing these type of content early, walking around in the streets, talking to people. Those are the founders that laid it out for these a lot of these streamers, you know what I mean? A lot of these streamers laid the foundation down. Somebody else said, I'm back, what's going on? Yay, what's going on? Yay, how you feeling, man? How them beats going, my brother? How are those beats going? No, you told me you remake Kanye beats. How's it going, man? You said you were spending the day with your partner and y'all was out there creating. How did that go? How did it go? Hopefully it went good for you, you know? Yeah. But I definitely see the world changing, man. Nothing wrong with it. It's just evolving. Just stay safe out there, man. Stay safe. And know that some people out there don't play. Some people out there do not play. Everything ain't content, you know? Everything ain't content. So my boy Ye back, he said, I almost finished it. All right, cool, cool, cool. I would definitely like to hear it once you're done. Kanye West is a legend. Kanye West, he's one of those people that, he sees it. He sees it, especially with music. He's definitely talented. But Kanye is talented in many different ways. I've seen a lot of his drawings. I listen to a lot of Kanye's ideas. I agree with a lot of the stuff he says. And I think that Kanye is one of those people which kind of I relate to, where, they how should I say it? When people talk about secret societies and things like that, I believe that to a certain extent is true. Yesterday I told you guys we got to stop mystifying stuff and making things seem like it's more than what it is. While I do think that they can form walls, and I think that Kanye experienced that, where people tried to keep him in a box when he was a lot more than what they tried to put him into. And as he tried to break into different fields, I think that people put up walls around him. They tried to keep him boxed in, and these are like gatekeepers. And I don't like gatekeepers, you understand? Like, I don't like gatekeepers. And a lot of people tried to keep him out the industry. But he was so persistent, he's so talented, that you can't deny some of the things that he does. And once they messed around and lit him in the industry, I'm about to mess up the term, but he saw the emperor ain't got no pants. Like, these people who gatekeep, it comes from, how I want to say it. It's different stuff. You know what I mean? It's different stuff, different ways to look at it. But I think Kanye saw that a lot of these guys that's trying to keep him out the industry were not special, and that he had just as much talent, if not more, insight than them. And he saw that they was basic. And now he's exposing it. And he's like, yo, these are supposed to be the people that y'all look up to. And they put him through so much. But look what they doing. If these are the rules we judging things by, if these are the rules they judging things by, then why am I not being judged by those same rules? And why are these rules being held up for one person, but they're not held up for the next? So it gives you a mentality like F the industry, like F everybody. You know what I mean? They did this to me. Now I feel this type of way, and I'm talking. I think that that's kind of where he is right now, and you combine that with, I haven't seen any of his paperwork, but, people say he got mental issues. I could honestly see some of them, where he lit his mind, when he starts speaking his mind and just letting his thoughts flow, you definitely could see certain things, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? I ain't here to diagnose somebody. Kaz Mayer, 12 said, this is Malibu. Nah. It's not Malibu. It's Long Island, man. This is Long Island. Freeport, Long Island, a suburb of New York City. A suburb of New York City. We're a little bit outside of Queens, a little bit outside of Manhattan, not too far from it. But, they don't tell you too much about these parts of New York. It isn't New York City, so don't confuse the two. This is Nassau County. We are very close, but we're distinct. We're distinct. We have our own identity. We have our own culture, and we have our own flow. And I'm proud of it. I grew up with a lot of Long Islanders. We try to act like they from different parts of the city. We used to kind of bully those types of cats, like, cut it out, bruh. Don't come over here talking that craziness, you know what I mean? Don't come over here talking that craziness. I know you from Brooklyn. I know you from Harlem. I know you from the BX, but don't be coming to Hempstead. Don't come out here to Uniondale. Don't be in the Veldt. Don't be in Freeport. Don't be in Wyandanch. Don't be in Central Islip. Don't be in Newcastle talking crazy. Because it could, you're not going to like the experience, because we far from punks out here. Far from punks. And some of us Long Islanders, we're long-standing Long Islanders. We take pride in where we from, and we're not going to have nobody come out here talking crazy, trying to bully anybody. You feel me? So it is what it is. You got to respect Long Island, most definitely. Somebody came on, Kaz Maya 12 said, Kanye is Diddy's friend. Yeah, I feel you, man. Diddy. What I feel about Diddy? I feel Diddy just a freak, son. Ain't nothing wrong with being a freak. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with being a freak, man, Listen, sex, money, and drugs, those are things that that, like you could look at the ancient Egyptians and drugs, sex, wealth, fame, those same issues run throughout every single culture. Ancient Egyptians, you know what I mean, up to the Romans, to people in Greece, to the medieval times, till now. Those are the things that ultimately run throughout history. And the craziest part about it is, as a man, sometimes that could be intoxicating. It could definitely be intoxicating. I don't have the money or the power that somebody like a Puffy have, but just in my little position, I see how some women try to get into my favors, how they try to have proximity to me, how, they see that you can do certain things for them. So they keep you in their life. And, like, it's just certain things that certain people would do that if they feel like you can help them, they'll do certain stuff for you. You know what I mean? They'll do certain stuff for you. And that can go to your head. It could definitely go to your head. And I can just imagine somebody like with Epstein's power, somebody with Weinstein's power, a lot of these guys being the president like a Trump or Obama or these types of people. If you're not grounded, man, you could definitely get yourself into a whole lot of trouble, my people. You could get yourself into a whole lot of trouble. Then you combine drugs in with it. You combine sex and power, and you could get a lot of these situations, y'all. A lot of these situations. So I ain't gonna be the type to get on here and talk too bad about Puffy. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get up here and talk too bad about Puffy. That Weinstein stuff and Epstein, when you start talking about little kids now, that brings it to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Like adults are adults, but, kids who can't make the proper decisions at a certain age, that's why, I kind of draw the line there. But Puffy, I don't think he was messing around with no little kids. I think it was all adults. And some people agreed to it. You know what I mean? You can't turn back around now and say they abused you, but the Lord's fickle. And they could get you. They definitely could get you. But I'm getting too deep onto that, I am at my 7-Eleven, y'all. I am at my 7-Eleven, so y'all know that usually ends the podcast. I'm going to be on here tomorrow with my real walk to actually go to work. Tomorrow, I think we're going to speak more about those job interviews that we conducted yesterday. We're going to talk about managerial interviews where you're trying to interview to become a manager. And I'm going to tell y'all exactly the type of things that they looking for and the type of answers they looking for and what the keywords and what people are looking for, But thanks, everybody, for checking in. I love y'all. Peace out, kid. Catch y'all tomorrow.